Okay guys, it's within sight, so there's a chance we may make it. It's still a long way to go though. You can see the people climbing up the cables. I don't know if you can be able to tell on the camera. I'll try and zoom in a minute. I'm feeling better actually after having a little bit of a rest here and a bit of food, but it's going to be tricky. Well, a little bit further on you'll see this beautiful view of all of Yosemite, including, I think that's Cloud's Rest over there, so I'll just pan around. So that's what we're looking at, folks. Well, we're at the 5 hour 7 minute mark, probably a little bit longer from the actual start, as mentioned before. 7,866 feet of elevation. So that means there's 1,000 feet to go, which is still a fair amount. Well, it's been brutal to hear, but I tell you what, it looks like the real deal is about to begin. So I'm going to have to dig deep here. I'm going to really dig deep. The subdome first, which looks brutal, then the half dome, which we know is going to be brutal up the cables. There's the people. Did you make it?
I didn't climb up the cable.
You didn't go up the cable?
Nope.
We've just gone through the, well, just checking with the rangers with the permit. All's good. So we're going to head on up and see you soon. Okay folks, we have the real deal here. The real deal. This is very steep. Beautiful views.
Howdy.
Howdy. Is it worth it?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Thanks. And look where we're going. This is crazy. This is seriously crazy. Wow. So we have the 5 hour 32 mark and the elevation is 8,068 feet, and I'm slowing down. I'm having lots of rest breaks because it is tough work. Given the fact that this is so steep, I may not talk to you guys until I'm to the top of this hill here called Subdome. Cheerio.
I'd say try to avoid the gravel.
This is seriously ridiculous. It is seriously steep. You've got to hope you've got grippy shoes up here. This is tough. This is brutal, alright? But when you're this close to the top, you get this renewed energy, no matter how hard it is. Okay, well, I think this is the real deal, folks. The real deal. Have a closer look. What's going on up there? There's some lights here that people leave. I've got my own, and we have the cables going up very steeply. Holy moly. Looks a lot steeper when you look in person than on the camera, trust me. Looks straight up. ridiculous. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Well, folks, that was so difficult, but I made it. And I'm just about to go and check out the view. See what my little Garmin guy says. 7 hours on the dot. 13.32 kilometres. 8,850 elevation. God knows how I'm going to get back down. Anyway, let's check out the view.
We jumped. I get crazy on me. Oh shit, that's exactly it.
Oh my god. I did a handstand.
Yeah, handstand.
One-handed.
Yeah, back to reasonable amount of safety now. That was so exhilarating, but tougher than I imagined, quite frankly. So thanks to all of my family and my friends, and a special thanks to my doctors who did a great job in getting me back to good health. Dr. Humphrey, Dr. Washington, and Professor Chard. Thank you so much, and it's all good. So I'm just going to make sure I have a safe trip back down to the start of the trail. Oh, when is this going to end? Yeah, this is grueling, alright. Jeepers, apparently there's at least another couple of hours to go. I am so buggered. My legs are very tired. Whoa, this is seriously grueling. Oh, I'll be so glad to get back to my car, back to the motel. Don't know about you guys, but I'm getting some perspective. That is a big, tall granite rock that I climbed up. Bizarre. I'm really surprised more people don't lose their lives up there. Like on those cables or the subdome, most of the places, one slip and you're goner. Incredible. Man, that is a long way up. I've still got a long way to go down. Whew. I'm Greg Baker, and I fell alive. Woo!
Yeah.
Well, I think this is technically the finish. It's 7 PM right on the dot, so it's a pretty damn long hike. All I got to do now is find the car and get some food and sit down. Ah! For the record too, I and walking back the half mile or more back to the car. Here we go. Yes! Yes! This is my car. I made it. I made it. I friggin' made it. And I feel alive. I've got to get some food. Well, this is my video diary from Sunday the 20th of June. This is the day after I've summited at the top of Half Dome, and I've got to say that it was much harder than I thought. I knew it was going to be hard, but it was very difficult. I was really glad I met some people along the trail that I got chatting to that were really encouraging me and giving me some tips, and that really made the difference, I think. I would have liked to have maybe taken a few more photos and done a few more interesting shots with a video camera, but that turned out to be secondary to just physically surviving the challenge. Total elevation gain, I think, is just about on 5,000 feet from where you start the hike, so that's pretty serious gain in elevation. And it's, you know, at altitude as well, so if you're not used to that type of altitude like me, it's really, really hard. In fact, actually, a lot of people say coming down is worse. Luckily, what I managed to do, I followed a group of hikers down that had a couple of guides with them, and I was sort of listening to what they were doing, and the guy at the end apparently was quite experienced, so I decided I'll follow him down the cable. So I was watching exactly what he was doing. He went down forwards the whole way, which is what I did, and the trick was to actually lean forward, which is really, you know, scary and hard to do, but that way you push in, you know, more perpendicular into the rock and get a bit more grip that way. But again, you're mainly hanging on with your arms. Basically, you need to hold your own body with your arms. Could have been the same grip. I followed down the subdome, which is almost, well, it's probably more difficult than the cables. Here, it's a very steep slope. There are sort of rock steps in parts of it, but a lot of it, it's pretty hairy too. You need to take it slowly, be very careful with your foot placement, and keep your weight in the right direction. So if you do slip, you're not going to tumble over. So that was quite difficult too. A lot harder than I thought, that subdome, both going up and coming down. But I met some great people along that trail. A lot of them were from this group that were leukemia relatives that were raising money, I think, and they were doing their big hike. And I met a few people early on from that group that I hiked with for a couple of hours, and they were really helpful and supportive of what I was doing as well. The other thing that I also did on the hike yesterday was I talked to rangers wherever I could and asked them questions and got some advice, in particular the ones up just short of the subdome where you had to show your permit, ask them about you know, the cables and what the best way to do it was and so on. So they gave me some great advice on that. So those Yosemite Park rangers are extremely helpful and they do a great job. Thumbs up.